Hi there, welcome to the channel. My name is Paul and I'm going to show you how to instantly name any note on the fretboard and how to find any note on the fretboard instantly. The exercises in this series of videos will help you accelerate your progress on the guitar. They'll help you to learn songs faster. They'll help you to learn solos faster. They'll help you to increase your overall confidence in moving around the fretboard because you'll know where everything is. They'll also help with reading tab because you'll actually know the names of the notes that are indicated by the numbers in the tab. And then you'll be able to play those notes in other places on the fretboard. Of course, this will also help with reading music. You'll spend 5 to 10 minutes a day playing with the play-along practice tracks, and those will help you to be able to name any note instantly on the fretboard or find any note instantly on the fretboard. The secret of this fretboard memorization program is that you'll be thinking about the notes on the fretboard throughout the day, and that will help you to move the information from your thinking brain to the automatic brain, the part that remembers things like 7 times 7 is 49, things that you just know. The result will be that you'll be able to name any note on the fretboard and find any note on the fretboard instantly. Let's start off with the E string. I recommend focusing on one string for an entire week. We'll spend the first couple days on frets 1 through 12, and then after that we'll move on to frets above the 12th fret. You'll use the play-along tracks in this video, which are named after karate belts: white belt, yellow belt, brown belt, and finally black belt. So your goal this week is to reach black belt on the E string. The first exercise will be done both with your guitar and without your guitar. This will help you to get to black belt quickly. Let's start with the E string. If you have a dot on your first fret, I'd like you to disregard that. So the first dot on the guitar will be on the 3rd fret for our purposes. And let's start on the second dot on the 5th fret. So repeat after me, say A, second dot, 5th fret. Now say B, 3rd dot, 7th fret. Now say C, 1 past the 3rd dot, 8th fret. Now D, 1 past the 4th dot, 10th fret. And E, 2 dots, 12th fret. We'll go back here to F, 1st fret, and G, 1st dot, 3rd fret. So one more time. A, 2nd dot, 5th fret. B, 3rd dot, 7th fret. C, 1 past the 3rd dot, 8th fret. D, 1 past the 4th dot, 10th fret. E, 2 dots, 12th fret. And we'll go back to F, 1st fret, and G, 1st dot, 3rd fret. Now we're going to use the acronym Every Good Boy Does Fine at Checkers. And we're going to play the first letter of each of those words like this. Every, E, 2 dots, 12th fret. Every good, G, 1st dot, 3rd fret. Every good boy, B, 3rd dot, 7th fret. Every good boy does, D, 1 past the 4th dot, 10th fret. Every good boy does fine, F, that's the 1st fret. And every good boy does fine at A, 2nd dot, 5th fret. And every good boy does fine at checkers, C, 1 past the 3rd dot, 8th fret. Now I'd like you to take your hands off of the guitar and not look at your fretboard, and we'll recite what we just said. We'll say every E, 2 dots, 12th fret. Now you're picturing the 2 dots and the 12th fret. Then say every good. Now you'll picture the 1st dot, 3rd fret. Every good boy. In your mind, picture the third dot, and that's the 7th fret. Every good boy does. That's D, and we'll picture one past the 4th dot on the 10th fret. Every good boy does fine. F, just picture the 1st fret. Every good boy does fine at A, and you'll picture the 2nd dot, 5th fret. Every good boy does fine at checkers. C, and you'll picture one past the 3rd dot on the 8th fret. Now, I would like you to say that in your mind every night as your head hits the pillow. So as soon as your head hits the pillow, try to go through that acronym. Every E, 2 dots, 12th fret. Every good, G, 1st dot, 3rd fret. Every good boy, B, 3rd dot, 7th fret. Every good boy does, D, that's one past the 4th dot, 10th fret. Every good boy does fine, F, 1st fret. Every good boy does fine at A, 2nd dot, 5th fret. And every good boy does fine at checkers, C, one past the 3rd dot on the 8th fret. Now let's talk about the frets above the 12th fret. If we go to the 1st dot past the 12th fret, this is the 15th fret. It's the 1st dot on the 15th fret. So if we emphasize the F's in each of those words, then you'll never forget this. So say this with me just one time and you'll never forget it. Say 1st dot, 15th fret. There, now you'll never forget that. Now let's move to the next dot. That is the 2nd dot, 17th fret. Say it with me. 2nd dot, 17th fret. There. Now you'll never forget the 2nd dot is the 17th fret. Let's move to the 3rd dot. Now the 3rd dot is the 19th fret. 3 times 3 is 9, and that can help you to remember that the 3rd dot is the 19th fret. Now the 4th dot is the 21st fret. Let's just remember 421. So 4th dot is the 21st fret. Now I'm going to say a dot number and I want you to tell me the fret number. Let's start with 1st dot and you say 15th fret. If I go to the 2nd dot, you'll say 17th fret. Go to the 3rd dot, you'll say 19th fret, and 4th dot is the 21st fret. So here we go. 2nd dot, 1st dot, 3rd dot, 4th dot. Okay, very good. Now let's use the acronym Every Good Boy Does Fine at Checkers. And let's find each of those notes. So here we go. Every E, 2 dots, 12th fret. Every good, G, 1st dot, 15th fret. Every good boy, that's the 3rd dot on the 19th fret. Every good boy does, D, one past the 4th dot on the 22nd fret. Every good boy does fine, F, that's going to be on the 13th fret. Every good boy does fine at A, 2nd dot, 17th fret. Every good boy does fine at checkers, C, one past the 3rd dot on the 20th fret. Let's do that again. Every E, 2 dots, 12th fret. Every good, 1st dot, 15th fret. Every good boy, 3rd dot, 19th fret. Every good boy does, D, one past the 4th dot on the 22nd fret. Every good boy does fine, F, 13th fret. Every good boy does fine at A, 2nd dot, 17th fret. and every good boy does fine at checkers, one past the third dot on the 20th fret. So notice that knowing the numbers of the dots is helpful because the dots below the 12th fret correspond with the note names with the dots above the 12th fret. In other words, the first dot below the 12th fret is the note G, and the first dot past the 12th fret is also the note G. So knowing the dots and the fret numbers is going to be very helpful for remembering your note names. So for the first couple nights after you see this video, I would like you to recite the Every Good Boy Does Fine at Checkers for frets 1 through 12. Then after you're comfortable with those, then move on to the frets above the 12th fret and do Every Good Boy Does Fine at Checkers for those. And if you do that every night, 2 or 3 times, well, first of all, it'll help you get to sleep faster, and second of all, it will make you dream about the names of the notes. So that'll sink into your subconscious and allow you to really know the names of the notes. Now, when you wake up in the morning, we're going to use a different acronym. And that acronym is Don't Ask for Big Gifts Every Christmas. Now, in the morning, when you're drinking your coffee or if you're in the shower, say, don't ask for big gifts every Christmas. And with each of the words, I want you to picture where that note would be on the E string. So you'll say don't, and you're going to picture one past the 4th dot on the 10th fret. Don't ask. A, you'll picture where the note A is, which is on the 2nd dot on the 5th fret, and so on. So every day for 7 days, you'll do the Every Good Boy Does Fine at Checkers at night, and then in the morning, you'll do Don't Ask for Big Gifts Every Christmas, and just picture where those notes are. A few times each day, I would like you to just pick a random number between 1 and however many frets you have, say 1 and 21, or 1 and 22, 1 and 24, and just pick the number and say what the name of the note is. For example, I think of the number 10, and I'll say, well, that's D because it's one past the 4th dot on the 10th fret. So if you do that, say 10 or so times a day, or just pick a few times a day where you can just take a couple of minutes and think about your note names, this will help you to reinforce all this. Next, we'll do some play-along exercises, starting with white belt. So let me give you an example of how the exercise works. So I'll say the name of the note, and when you hear the snare drum after that, then you'll play the note, like this.
G.
So then you'll play G when you hear the snare drum.
B. D.
So I'll play D right on the snare drum. Not before it or after it, just right on it. All right, you ready to try it?
A.
Let's go. Go.
E.
And we'll play E right on the snare drum.
G.
G.
B.
B.
D.
And we'll play D.
F.
Go to F. Hit right with the snare drum.
A.
That's the 2nd dot.
C.
One past the 3rd dot. C.
D.
Go up to D.
A.
A, one past the 2nd dot.
F.
F, we just say 1st fret.
B. G. E.
All the way up to E.
C. F. B. G. G, C, F, A, D, G, B, F sharp, B flat, A flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat, F sharp, E flat, C sharp, B flat, F, B flat, D, C sharp, G, A flat, F sharp, E flat, B, A flat, C, E,
Okay, very good. Now let's try the same thing from the 12th fret on up. If you have 24 frets on your guitar, then your highest note is going to be E. And then if you have 21 frets on your guitar, your highest note is going to be C sharp on that fourth dot. So in order to play a D, we'll play that on the 10th fret. And here we go. Go.
E, G, B, D, F, A, C, D, A, F, B, G, E, C, F, B, G, D, C, A, E, B, D, G, C, F, A, G, B, F sharp, B flat, A flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat, F sharp, E flat, C sharp, B flat, F, B flat, D, C sharp, G, A flat, F sharp, E flat, B, A flat, C, E,
Okay, so after you test out of the white belt by being able to play those perfectly, then move on to the yellow belt. So I recommend doing these 3 times a day at whatever belt level that you're at that time. Here's the yellow belt, frets 1 through 12.
go, and E, G, B, D, F, A, C, D, A, F, B, G, E, C, F, B, G, D, C, A, E, B, D, G, C, F, A, D, G, B, F sharp, B flat, A flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat, F sharp, E flat, C sharp, B flat, F, B flat, D, C sharp, G, A flat, F sharp, E flat, B,
Okay, so yellow belt is just a little bit faster than white belt, and let's play yellow belt on the upper frets.
Go. And E. G. B. D. F. A. C. D. A. F. B. G. E. C. F. B. G. D. C. A. E. B. D. G. C. F. A. D. G. B. F sharp. B flat. A flat. C sharp. E flat. A flat. F sharp. E flat. C sharp. B flat. F. B flat. D. C sharp. G. A flat. F sharp. E flat. B. A flat. C. E.
Okay, so if you've tested out of yellow belt, let's move on to brown belt.
Go. E. G. B. D. F. A. C. D. A. F. B. G. E. C. F. B. G. D. C. A. E. B. D. G. C. F. A. D. G. B. F sharp. B flat. A flat. C sharp. E flat. A flat. F sharp. E flat. C sharp. B flat. F. B flat. D. C sharp. G. A flat. F sharp.
Okay, you're doing great. Let's try the brown belt on the upper frets.
Go. E, G, B, D, F, A, C, D, A, F, B, G, E, C, F, B, G, D, C, A, E, B, D, G, C, F, A, D, G, B, F sharp, B flat, A flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat, F sharp, E flat, C sharp, B flat, F, B flat, D, C sharp, G, A flat, F sharp, E flat, B, A flat, C, E.
All right, if you've tested out a brown belt, you're ready for black belt.
Ready? Go. E, G, B, D, F, A, C, D, A, F, B, G, E, C, F, B, G, D, C, A, E, B, D, G, C, F, A, D, G, B, F sharp, B flat, A flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat, F sharp, E flat, C sharp, B flat, F, B flat, D, C sharp, G, A flat, F sharp, E flat, B, A flat, C, E.
All right, now let's try black belt on the upper frets.
Ready? Go. E, G, B, D, F, A, C, D, A, F, B, G, E, C, F, B, G, D, C, A, E, B, D, G, C, F, A, D, G, B, F sharp, B flat, A flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat, F sharp, E flat, C sharp, B flat, F, B flat, D, C sharp, G, A flat, F sharp, E flat, B, A flat, C, E.
So if you're able to make it through black belt on all of your frets, congratulations, you're ready to move on to the A string. So let's summarize this fretboard memorization program. We're going to start off by relating the dots to the note names and the frets. We use Every Good Boy Does Fine at Checkers as an acronym to practice. Also, Don't Ask for Big Gifts Every Christmas as an acronym for practice. Now I recommend using the practice tracks in the video 3 times a day for the next week. And try to stay on the belt that you're on until you test out of it. In other words, till you do it perfectly, then move on to the next belt and try to master the black belt practice track. If you're interested in private lessons, you can reach me at paullidel@gmail.com. I hope you've enjoyed part 1 of this 5-part series. Next is going to be the A string. So stay with the E string until you got it, and we'll move on to the A string. I'm Paul LIdel. I'll see you next time.